So tonight is Chris Hero's last shot at CM Punk. Tables and ladders, you can see the belt suspended above the ring in the rafters. Does Punk have any experience in tables and ladders matches?
Indeed he does, and I know it firsthand. Jim Fannin, Mike Quackenbush, thank you for a hell of a match, brother.
This one is gonna blow the roof off the place. We saw just last night in Indianapolis what Hero and Punk could do. An incredible test of endurance for CM Punk. That match lasted 45 minutes. But he's gonna have to pull out all the stops tonight because Chris Hero is ready to rock.
I don't mind saying, because it was a hard-fought battle this past April 2001, the night after I lost my title to Jerry Lynn, it was held up because he had prior commitments, shall we say, with a much bigger promotion that I faced CM Punk for that title in a ladder match. And the end result was myself falling off a 20-foot ladder through 2 tables, and it was not pretty, it was not fun. It's taken me months and months to recover from that. These boys are gonna go at it, they're gonna go at it hard and tough. Punk is no stranger, he knows what it's like. Chris Hero's no stranger with the American Kickboxer. Off this bird's nest right here, a super Hurricane Rana through 2 tables himself.
Indeed it was. Rana's off the balcony, Rana's off the concession stand. When there was a wall there, all kinds of stuff that Chris Hero's been through. That title belt meant everything to him. He was gonna quit the promotion because he was originally taken out of that gauntlet match due to the injured hand based on the attack of the rugby thug, injuring the hand with that chair shot while Hero was tied to the ropes. Hero threatened to quit if he was not put back into the gauntlet matchup last night in Indianapolis. That hand injury could play a very important role in this matchup. As you know, as well as the next man, CM Punk will go after that hand first chance he gets.
Ace, I'm sure you'll agree with me. You've been in a number of ladder matches. I've been in a number of ladder matches.
Yes.
Anything can happen in this kind of matchup. You can't apply the usual rules that you think of in matches to these types of matches because the ladder is such an X factor. It's an offensive weapon. It can be used for defense. At times, it's like having a third person in the ring. There is no way to predict. You can look down the track record, look at the past of both these competitors, look at all their strengths and weaknesses. Forget about it. In a ladder match, all that is out the door because anything can happen.
Indeed, indeed. They will utilize that. Any and everything is on the line here. Any and everything goes in this match. Conventional wrestling, definitely out the window.
Chris Hero with his lovely valet, Nadia Nice, have made their way to the ring. We now await the entrance of your champion, IWA Mid-South Heavyweight Champion, Mid-American Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk. How big a factor is it tonight, Ace, that Dave Prazak will not be with CM Punk?
It is a huge factor. Dave Prazak, the right-hand man, the left-hand man, the man behind CM Punk all the way through, is not here this evening. Does that hurt Punk's chances in this match? Possibly. Does it change his game plan? Most definitely.
You're looking at a totally different situation here because Hero obviously has got someone in his corner. Whether or not Nadia Nice can make herself a physical presence in this match, I can't predict. I don't know if any of us can really predict.
She's already made herself a physical presence in this match.
No doubt about that.
Well, Mr. Quackenbush, you weren't here a few weeks ago, but there was a tag team match with Chris Hero teaming with Nadia Nice, taking on the team of the Rugby Thug and Dave Prazak. And Nadia Nice more than held her own with Dave Prazak. And of course, Prazak's no CM Punk, but she can and will get involved in this matchup if the opportunity strikes her.
There are so many wild factors in this match. The only thing you can count on for sure, it is going to be brutal. And it will absolutely change the course of these two men's careers. Because they're coming in one way, when they leave this match, everything will be totally different.
You know, Ace, these guys have set the standard for wrestling in the IWA Mid-South for the year 2002. Even going back to end the year 2001, it was CM Punk defeating Chris Hero, debut show in Indianapolis, December the 5th. Then it was the return in Indianapolis, 2 out of 3 falls, a phenomenal matchup that people are still talking about. Then the gauntlet matchup last night. Can these guys withstand all the physical abuse those previous matches put on them and turn in a good performance tonight?
And they withstand it most definitely. I mean, that's not a factor here. Withstanding the punishment is not a problem with these two. They're nuts, they're young, they have the heart. Let's hear the introductions of Fannin and Mike Quackenbush.
This is a tables and ladders match. You must grab the belt from the rafter above, as you see to my right, to win the match and the championship. Introducing first the challenger, accompanied to the ring by the lovely and talented Nadia Nice. He hails from Metropolis and a former IWA World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Hero.
The crowd making some noise.
The current IWA World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk. And the American Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk.
No longer the Triple Crown champion.
No. At one point, a couple of months ago, he could have claimed to be a quadruple champion. Half those title belts are now gone. He may be down to 1 title at the end of tonight.
Is that possible that he's slipping in his game? It's very possible. I've seen him up and down the road each and every weekend that we go at it. Forearm to forearm, chop to chop, boot to boot. He's missing teeth. He's missing bone structure. Look at his body. The wear and tear is hitting him. I'm sure the workouts aren't as hard as they were last year. The drive is there. The heart is there. But indeed, will his body, will Chris Hero's body withstand the punishment? After this match, what can they do? Where can they go from here?
No telling, Ace. These guys, neither one has an advantage in this matchup. They are equal competitors. All of their matchups have either come down to the interference of David Prazak or one simple mistake by Chris Hero, allowing CM Punk to escape with a close, hard-fought victory. Tonight should be no different. It should go right down to the wire. Both men will have a legitimate shot at winning this matchup because both men are equal in talent.
I think no one is going to dispute the fact that they are equal in talent, but there is a factor here that I think maybe requires a little closer examination. Just last night, Chris Hero wrestled for a total of approximately 15 minutes, while CM Punk wrestled for 45 minutes. What is the wear and tear on someone's body like? 45-minute match versus a 15-minute match? You've got to think Hero has at least a bit of an advantage coming off last night in Indianapolis simply because of the times of the matches.
Right here, it's not apparent that is the case as they're trading beautiful wrestling holds here from a wrist lock. Nice somersault, a kip up. Here we go. The return takes the arm twist, holding the wrist lock once again. Chris Hero definitely in pain. There is the injured hand CM Punk is working on. Like you said, he will capitalize.
He will go after it. He's bloodthirsty, an opportunist, going right for that injured hand, showing no mercy whatsoever. But I can't really say that I blame him because this is for all the marbles. Ace Steel, Mike Quackenbush. You got to do whatever it takes to come out on top of this matchup.
I'm sure if the tables were reversed, Hero would be doing the exact same thing because just like you said, everything is on the line here. Every opportunity has to be capitalized on. That's what these two athletes are going to have to do.
A great wrestler knows where he's at in the ring. He knows he has ring presence. A great wrestler knows his opponent's weaknesses. He does his homework. There's no homework to do for these two. They know each other like the back of their hands. And unfortunately, like the top, the side, around the fingers, it's hurting Chris Hero.
That it is. That hand, there was plenty of bruising and swelling when the Rugby Thug hit his hand with that chair. He then went on a trip, a tour of Germany for wrestling. The flights got delayed.
Hard shoulder tackle.
He ended up spending over 24 hours in an airport, not able to ice the hand, not able to do the doctor's orders to keep his hand in good condition. So the condition of that hand has just worsened since the original injury.
At this juncture, though, it certainly looks like Hero's got things firmly in hand. You saw a shoulder tackle Punk absolutely thrashed down to the mat there. He was checking his jaw to make sure it was still in place as he's getting ready to get back in the ring and slow the pace down.
I guarantee you it's not in place after that gauntlet match last night. He took about 15 to 20 forearms to that jaw. It's loosened up. Chris Hero is going to capitalize on that as well.
I don't know if the Smart Mark video just showed it, but Chris Hero just spent 10 seconds in the corner rubbing that wrist, checking on that wrist, while CM Punk was out here on the floor. So that wrist is definitely bothering Chris Hero, and it will be a factor in this matchup because CM Punk's already shown he's going to go after it. And how difficult is it going to be to have to climb up that ladder with only one good hand and then reach up above your head, unfasten the belt, unhook it from the rafters, and climb back down that ladder?
It looks like you're absolutely right, Hero. You can see there on his left hand, he's got his tape around it. I don't know if he's got a brace under there possibly, but you can see it's taped just like a cast, trying to do everything to immobilize the wrist from being able to be twisted or turned in any position that's going to worsen the injury. But Punk is a technician in there. A lot of people hear that name, CM Punk, and they have a hard time imagining a scientifically gifted wrestler. But the reality is, that's just what CM Punk is.
I damn well know he knows the moves. He knows the counters. I trained the bastard. He is indeed a bastard. Look at his attitude. He hates these people. You know what? And the factor that Dave Prazak, unsuccessful attempt at grabbing the belt.
Unless Punk has got flubber on the bottom of his shoes, he's going to need a ladder to get that damn title belt. He can't just jump up there and grab it.
Drop toe hold the counter into the front face lock.
You can see there now he's got him trapped flat on the mat with his arm tucked around. For all we know from this position, it could be right around the throat. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to find Punk taking some liberties with the rules in this type of match.
Definitely, and you know what? The funny thing is there are no rules except to climb that ladder, grab that belt, and go home.
Here in the IWA, there is no rules, so Punk could just grab a hold of that throat if he wanted to. There really wouldn't be much that Brent Blades could do about it.
Counter and a hammerlock.
The question now remains, guys,
flip. Goes for a waist lock.
At what point will these guys start bringing out the tables and the ladder?
Touch
Turns
the elbow.
around there, yeah, right into the full Nelson.
Full Nelson.
You see Punk there has laced his fingers behind the neck of Chris Hero to apply maximum pressure.
It's hard to get that type of leverage move on a bigger man.
Spins through. Hero tried the full Nelson but couldn't get it. Now Punk in a hammerlock.
Spins around. Snapmare.
Hero tries the dragon.
He could have been setting him up for his finishing maneuver, the Hero's Welcome, which is set up in the same way as a Dragon Sleeper. It's hard to tell. Punk was able to spin right out of it.
I think at this point in the match, it's more of a psych-out move. He knows damn well that he's not going to be able to hit the Hero's Welcome this early. Punk is too much. The adrenaline is running. He has all his wits about him. At some point later on, I believe that Hero's Welcome will be hit, but they are sure it's probably going to be about the 30-35 minute mark. Nip up by Chris Hero, a standoff.
After the cartwheel by CM Punk, two very gifted athletes stand eye to eye in the middle of the ring.
Not once yet has CM Punk broken the rules. Do you understand what's going on here? He's playing a mind game.
That he is, because you know Hero's got to have that in the back of his mind.
The mind game begins in a hard crack. Another one. Open slap.
It may not even really be a mind game, Ace Steel. With these two guys, it's all about pride. It's all about respect and who the better man is.
Reversal.
And CM Punk may be playing this by the rules because he doesn't want any excuses in Chris Hero's last title shot.
All the way over the top, and Punk is just strung up between the top and middle rope.
Oh my God, he's caught in a
precarious position. Oh, with the assist from Nadia, not so nice at that particular juncture. Looked like a low blow with Chris Hero helping out.
Nadia's nuts.
I guess that answers your question on whether she'll get physically involved in this matchup,
I guarantee you, if Dave Prazak was here, that would have not happened.
You're absolutely right, Ace. There you can see, right into the Rydeen bomb from Chris Hero in the dead center of the ring. The shoulders are flush, but obviously in this type of match, a pinfall is to no one's help, no one's advantage.
Pinfalls are worthless.
You're a hell of a lot more help up here, Quackenbush, than Nick Manoa. He would have just looked at me and said, I don't know the name of that hold. Glad to have somebody up here
Clubbing
we were talking about you earlier tonight, saying you've mostly made your name in the wrestling business, wrestling Reckless Youth. How would you compare Reckless Youth to these guys, is what you've seen so far?
I see here two guys in particular who obviously, unfortunately, haven't had a great deal of exposure on the East Coast, where Reckless Youth and I are both from. But I also see in these guys a tremendous test for people like Reckless and I. For a lot of the East Coast stars that have no idea about the quality of talent out here in the Midwest, here at IWA Mid-South. And I'd really like to think that somewhere not too far down the line, people in the black t-shirt squad, I'm talking about Dom Montoya, Reckless Youth, and myself, will get the chance to lock up with more competitors like that, like CM Punk, like Chris Hero. Tonight it was a great test just to be in there with Ace Steel. And now you see him just laying in the forearm shots there. Hero's at his mercy.
Chugging with it. Here we go. Here's the rule-breaking tactics. Punk has been knocked off his game plan. The technical wrestling out the window for the moment. He's going to stick a boot where he can stick it. He's going to choke the life out of Chris Hero.
See, but this is where the lack of Dave Prazak hurt CM Punk, Ace Steel, because normally there, Punk would have grabbed the attention of the referee, walked him away, and little squirrely Dave Prazak would have been there to add to the punishment, keep the choke up.
Flip. Chris Hero blocking.
Hero's got him by the ears, pulling him up
there. Tried for the twisting sunset flip, but he's going right up into a neck hang. No, changes around.
Into a bulldog.
Fantastic transition from CM Punk. Element of lucha libre, obviously evident there in that particular sequence, which he ended up with a bulldogging headlock and just planted Hero square in the middle of the ring.
Indeed, and now he's trying to capitalize on this once again. I'm going to use that word so many times because that is the main thing here in this match, is to capitalize on whatever you can. Once your opponent is laid out, it's your best chance to go after that title. But CM Punk will realize there's one thing you need to get to that title, and that's that ladder. He's got to climb it every step of the way.
I would think, I mean, if there really are no rules here in IWA, if he were to get lucky standing or trying to balance on the top rope, maybe he could reach it without the ladder. But I don't know that that's such a wise strategy.
Not at all. Like I said, here he goes. He's feeding off of this, just like Chris Hero will feed off the cheers of the fans. CM Punk is feeding off the heat from the crowd, the hatred that they all have for him. Up and into the corner.
Hero there. Oh, follows right up.
Mike, you know this as well as I do. Those people know something is coming.
Yes, we all can feel it here as the suspense mounts and Hero revs up his engines. CM Punk is out on the floor and Hero is taking flight.
Beautiful dive.
Tope suicida all the way from the top rope out to the floor. And CM Punk looks like he's absolutely knocked out of his gourd by that move.
Indeed he is.
Could be a sign of poor strategy here by Hero after hitting that big move. Perhaps he should have tried maybe just slamming Punk on the floor, going and getting that ladder and trying to get that title belt. Because after all, the name of this game is wrestling. The object is to win, and you want to get that title belt. There'll always be another day to beat up CM Punk if you win this title, but if you don't, Hero doesn't get another chance.
The name of the game is wrestling. Jesus, those forearms to the face, you hear them crack. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not slapping a trapezius muscle. That is an elbow smacking the jaw of CM Punk.
Did you teach him that technique?
Indeed I did. I show it to him every time I get in the ring with him.
Takes him CM Punk head first into the apron of the ring there, and across the gimpy bottom rope he goes. And Hero now just kind of stalking him.
The gimpy bottom rope does no one any good. They might as well just take the thing off the damn ring. Here we go, hooking for a suplex. Modification.
Has him twisted there. Well, there was going to be some sort of version of the shoebane at first, but he dropped him right across into like a shoulder breaker.
Modified shoulder breaker.
There you saw a momentary mental error by Hero. He went for the cover, showing that, you know, these wrestlers, they're more keyed towards going for the pinfall, trying to get a submission. You throw a special stipulation in there where pinfalls don't count and they have to get a title belt, it throws them off their game and messes up their strategy.
Funny to witness here, CM Punk calling for more and more chops. Punches, forearms. My God, just a flurry.
You hear the phrase House of Fire used a lot, but I don't think it's ever been more accurate than describing that last exchange.
Look at the hatred in his eyes. Look at the hatred in his eyes. He wants to choke the life out of Chris Hero.
A lot of rage in those young eyes. CM Punk.
Hard elbow to the jaw. Will be followed up here. Hits a second rope. Oh!
Fantastic twisting blockbuster off the second turnbuckle there by CM Punk.
Indeed.
As my colleague from earlier tonight, Mark Wolf, would say, you may be to blame for some of that anger in CM Punk. Maybe you didn't hug him enough during training because he needs a hug.
Oftentimes, you see the cause of this is, you know, the root of the problem is where he came from, how he grew up, how he was trained. In some funny way, in some bizarre way, a father figure to him in this business. And I am a hated heel if that happens. I love the people. Oh!
Took him up there. I thought it was going to be a Tiger Driver, but it ended up like a backbreaker. And it got another version of the backbreaker there from like an upside-down three-quarter bulldog and dropped him right across his knee.
Yes, yes, yes. A neck breaker straight across the back.
Looks like Punk now's eyeing up the ladder.
Indeed. Here we go. Here's where the fun begins. You heard it. You heard it right there, Mike Quackenbush. There's no love. There's no love between these two.
He does need a hug. It's the truth.
He does need a hug. Maybe that's what he's missing from Dave Prazak today, is that nice big hug.
And that might be all the difference in this match.
Now going for the ladder, CM Punk. The smart mark is catching up on this. CM Punk. Mike, how tall would you say that ladder is?
That's one of the biggest ladders I've ever seen. It's got to be, I don't know, a 20-foot ladder perhaps?
At least 15 or 20 feet. At least 15 or 20 feet.
I don't know, but the amount of time it's taken CM Punk to go and get that ladder, which was up against the back wall of the building, it's allowing Chris Hero a lot of time to recover in the middle of that ring. He's able to catch some breath.
CM Punk grabbing Nadia Nice.
Punk chasing around Nadia Nice.
What sick and vile thing is he going to do to this girl?
I don't know.
She's fighting back.
That she is.
It's
like she's in a rodeo back there.
They're going all around the crowd. She's a crazed woman.
Punk finally able to get her down off of his back.
Jesus, with the mood swing, it must be that time of the month.
Nadia Nice now is at the mercy of CM Punk. But it looks like Chris Hero.
Oh, making the spear.
He just speared him through the wall. And again. I know this is our last night in the building, guys, but I didn't know we were going to tear the thing down.
Isn't that the idea? Tear down the building.
Reef almost made a hole in the wall using CM Punk as the battering ram.
Almost, you can see the indents from here. If it wasn't for the siding on the outside of the building, there would be a big hole there.
Jeez. Oh my God.
Maybe the third time's the charm, Ace Steel. Where's the ladder at? How far did CM Punk get the ladder?
He got it near the concession stand, I know that for a fact. Then he dropped it when he saw an opportunity to get back on Chris Hero. Actually, and Nadia Nice's attention diverted with her.
I think she's trying to keep a bit of a safe distance from CM Punk, who clearly has no compunction about putting his hands on her and trying to abuse her in some way. Although I'll admit I'm rather impressed with the way she's handled herself so far.
Indeed, indeed. Well, you know, she's been in there and she's had a little coaching from sensational Sherry Martel. Many great women wrestlers have been through here that she's picking up on.
That's correct, and you know, it wasn't all that long ago, one of her first appearances in this building, CM Punk hit her with a power bomb. So Punk has no problems with putting his
by the
hands
ladder
on
right now, Jim Fannin. CM Punk grabbing a chair. This doesn't look good. Oh.
Looked like Hero was
James
just sent head first into the chair.
Very wise technique there, taking the breath. Taking the breath out of Chris Hero, cutting off the air supply. They very well may be blown up at this point.
It's going to be difficult to try and mount an offense when you can't take a deep breath.
Indeed, indeed.
Hero now tossed back into the ring, it looks like. CM Punk just taking his time outside the ring, trying to measure all these variables up. The ladder, Hero, Nadia Nice. He's got a lot to take in her nose.
Yes.
Nadia's right back in the ring. distracting Punk again.
Oh! Punk trying an unsuccessful attempt at getting the ladder in the ring. Drop kick right to the groin by Chris Hero. That makes
Hero,
shot number 2.
Hero's dragging that ladder into the ring. But with that injured hand, he's having trouble opening it on his own.
Here we go, here we go. The first time the ladder is actually getting set up in the ring.
Hero with the clear advantage at this point as he sets the ladder up and locks it in place. Kind of an odd position there. You can see the belt isn't exactly centered over the ring. It's actually off to one of the sides near the ropes there. As Hero's scaling and Punk climbs through the middle rope. Oh, thunderous powerbomb right off the ladder by CM Punk. And you look, Hero is dazed. He's out of it. He's slumped over in the middle of the ring.
That jarred his neck. He folded up like a lawn chair.
The evil glare in the eyes of CM Punk. It's like he enjoys dishing out the pain.
He's stating right now, Jim Fannin, that he is in control. He firmly believes that. I think he's firmly believed he's been in control the whole time.
It looks like there's a big cut on the back of CM Punk. I'm not sure what it would have came off of. Perhaps when he went flying across the floor after that drop kick. But I don't know if we've seen CM Punk bleed here in the IWA Mid-South before.
I can tell you with great certainty there is all types of things laying out there on that floor.
Sure.
Tacks, pieces of glass. He could have caught himself on any of that. And that's going to be another factor. It's dangerous enough being in the ring with a guy like Chris Hero. Look out for what's laying on the floor.
Well, we can't forget the fact
it also could have been, yeah, the spears through the wall. It could have been something in the wall.
Reversal. Oh! Takes a ride. You know, I know CM Punk last night. I saw him limping out of Indianapolis to the car. I watched him. I was very attentive to that. I talked to Chris Hero before this match. I told him to capitalize, definitely focus on the back, focus on the neck of CM Punk. He knows your weakness, Hero, I told him. He knows about the hand. Work on Punk's neck and back.
That's right, I heard that he had shoulder injuries, knee injuries coming out of last night's matchup. We were able to tell that he did have the knee injury last night. He went for a backbreaker on Chris Hero, and the weight of Hero, a good 250, 260 pounds, up in the air, dropping down on the knee of Punk. He immediately started writhing in pain on the mat.
He's looking for a suplex, Jim.
Oh! A suplex from Hero right onto the ladder there. That's unforgiving.
Textbook suplex on the ladder? Is that in the book?
I don't know if it's in the book. It may be in the modified, adapted 2002 edition of the book.
Who are rewriting the book as we speak. They are just pulling out all the stops with a hip lock on. And hip tosses him right into the ladder.
A seated Beal throw, my God.
If CM Punk wasn't injured after last night's match, he's definitely injured now. That back just took a hellacious beating going into that ladder twice. Through the wall 3 times.
Jesus, Fannin, he just called for the tables.
No, my first name's Jim.
Under the ring he goes with the help of Nadia Nice, looking for a table, while you can see her Punk is beginning to recover from the abuse his back has taken. He's trying to work something there with the ladder, which is propped up in the corner, while Hero's busying himself setting up a table outside, and the fans know enough to get the heck out of his way.
Pandalurium's about to break out.
You gotta love the Pandalurium, Ace Steel. Chris Hero making more room for himself out on the floor. And I wouldn't even want to begin to speculate as to what he's got in mind for this table.
Punk is up, though. Punk is up, though.
You can see him there clearly favoring his back. There is no two ways about it. He took a number of very hard falls, not only on that ladder, but being speared into the wall.
I think Hero needs to get on him very quick. He's wasted too much time.
But he is in Punk. Punk has a high tolerance for pain. He's able to recover quickly. You give him too much time, and
beautiful reverse crossbody off the top rope via the ladder.
Yeah, he countered it. Hero tried to whip him into the ladder back first again. He just ran right up the damn ladder like it was the ropes and came off with a crossbody.
Hard knee. Hard knee to the head.
Some very intelligent wrestling from CM Punk there. You saw the ladder just used like a ramp, and now he's laying it in, a series of knee drops across Hero's head. But just like Hero's been focusing on Punk's back, I think Punk needs to turn his attention back to Hero's hand. That's the weak spot, the Achilles heel.
Here we go. The ladder getting ready to be set up here. What is CM Punk gonna do?
Well, he's got it set up. You can see Hero still favoring that arm. I'm surprised Punk hasn't focused more of his attack on it.
I meant to point that out.
25 minutes.
25 minutes gone is just called. I meant to point that out when Chris Hero got up ringside after setting up the table. He was favoring that arm. It was glued to his side. Reversal. Back up into the wheelbarrow. Catches him in the belly to back position. Blue Thunder on the ladder.
Good grief, the twisting Blue Thunder power bomb right onto the ladder. And that is yet another high-impact move delivered to Punk's back. He is focusing his attack there. Give it to Hero. He's got a game plan, and he's sticking to it.
And a point you brought up earlier, Mike Quackenbush, the ring announcer just announced 25 minutes are gone in this match. That brings the total wrestling time for CM Punk up over the last 2 days to 70 minutes, plus the 5.5-hour car ride down from the Chicago area to get here. He has got to be in a world of hurt. All the gas has got to be out of the tank by now. No man, no matter how good a condition you're in, can go 70 minutes over 2 nights with the kind of things that have happened to him. He's got to be on his last legs.
I guarantee CM Punk has released a lot of gas between last night and today. Here we go, Chris Hero perched.
Hero now up on the second turnbuckle while Punk is down on the floor. And Punk gathered up his wind there and caught him.
You know, something very disgusting here is I just realized the table is still set up.
What is going on as you see Punk trying to get his footing here.
He's perched. Oh no, we're not gonna see this. Oh my God.
Is he trying a
reverse Rana?
Oh! Reverse Hurricane Rana from the top turnbuckle through the table. Chris Hero went head first.
He just spiked him head first through that table to the concrete floor.
I'm speechless. I'm
For the welfare of both these wrestlers, maybe Brent Blades should just call this matchup off.
No, I have never seen a move like that before, and I have serious reservations that I'll ever see it again.
Indeed.
You know, if the WWF ruled that Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior pushed each other to the limits and couldn't possibly be put in the same ring again to wrestle each other, my God, these guys should be banned from each other for 1,000 years.
And the fans here seem to acknowledge that. You can see the respect they're showing for both competitors at this point. They are on their feet. They are in awe of what's going on.
It appears that Chris Hero's been busted open after going head first through that table. Necktie with the ladder. And he just sent him into the ring post.
Earlier we saw CM Punk jam Chris Hero's throat into the chair. Now he just wrapped the ladder around his head. Indeed, a necktie.
You can see, if we were talking earlier about Punk running out of gas now, the total wrestling time in the last 48 hours for him is unbelievable. But he's really got a smart game plan here, because if Hero can't catch his breath, it's going to create all sorts of new opportunities for Punk.
Punk was not happy with table number 1. Damn, he's out the main Chris Hero. I said it earlier. He's got that look in his eyes. He wants to hurt him. He wants to put him out of wrestling for good.
It's not going to be good enough. It's not going to be good enough to just beat Chris Hero. He's got to put him out of action. He's got to wipe him off the face of the wrestling earth to prove that he's the better man.
Chris Hero is busted open.
Chris Hero almost delirious there. Clear blood loss from his forehead region there. Still trying to favor his left hand, and he's just at Punk's mercy.
Not only that, he's got blood coming from the forehead. It looks like he's got blood coming out of his mouth. Looks like he's bleeding from the right hand. He could have cut himself in 7 or 8 different places going through that table to the floor.
There's a number of potential injuries that could have come from that.
You're a hero!
My
A
God,
move like that cheered that. Head first, neck first, compressing the spine, in addition to the fact that it's obviously ripped his face open in more than one place. A move like that, that reverse run through the table, it's off the charts in terms of the devastating nature, the high impact of that maneuver.
Wait a minute, I'm lost here. CM Punk set up one table in the ring. Now he's setting one up again on the outside of the ring. I think he wants to cover all bases. He's ready for any and everything, whichever way Chris Hero will go.
And Hero is still out of it. Hero is still out of it from the reverse Rana to the floor. CM Punk could have won the matchup by now. He could have won the matchup, but he's more interested in showing up Chris Hero. He's more interested in injuring the young man than keeping his title belt, and that could cost him in this match.
It certainly seems in these last few minutes that both men have almost forgotten about the belt. They're only worried about dishing out more punishment. Punk trying to set up a springboard here, and Nadia Nice
in the way.
Protected herself.
Nadia Nice.
Nadia tried
to get a little more than she bargained for right now.
Nadia tried to save her man.
No.
Impossible.
No.
The Blue Zebra Driver. All the way down the apron table.
No.
It's unreal.
No.
Chris Hero wasn't there to save Nadia like he was back in the corner.
I'm trying to hold back, but he's fucking mad right now. What the hell is he thinking?
Nadia Nice is no longer a factor in this match.
What is
If she even is able to get up after something like that happens, she will not stick her nose into this matchup anymore. It's now one-on-one. And Hero,
come out here and get her.
She is most likely on her way to the emergency room. I doubt we'll see her again this evening. This is unreal. It's surreal.
Careful with her.
Disgusting all at once.
it looks like it's going to be a Pepsi plunge.
She's in dreamland.
Pepsi plunge through the table. Hero blocking it.
Blocking. Hero must have seen what happened. He's furious. Fury forearms to the back.
Several people are attending to Nadia Nice. Oh my God, they still.
Power bomb. Is this going to be it?
Super power bomb.
Bush, you're in for a treat in a manner of speaking.
The Super Liger Bomb all the way from the top as he falls backwards. And both Hero and Punk went crashing through the table with unbelievable force.
Both of them, they did that move in Indianapolis the first time they wrestled when Punk won the title. But that's the first time I've seen them do it through a table, Ace Steel. These men showing exactly what the IWA Mid-South Heavyweight title means to them. They're trying to kill each other over this title.
People watching this, if that's any indication of what this means to them and what this means to every wrestler in that locker room, they are personifying what wrestling is all about right here and what kind of heart it takes.
They are tearing each other to shreds over that title, over the IWA Mid-South Heavyweight title. That's what it's all about.
Hammerlock DDT coming here. Proper name for that, Mike Quackenbush, is there?
Looks like he almost had the tiger neck chancery on when he snapped him over there, but it was machine style. You can see the way he trapped the arm in the hammerlock, as you pointed out, Ace. But either way, drilled him head first down into the mat.
I look down, I don't see Nadia Nice. I guess they were able to get her from the ringside area. We definitely hope that the young lady's all right.
First. Super kick to the jaw.
Looked like Hero was setting up for a bulldog, but as you guys mentioned, they know each other like a book. Punk, even dazed, stunned, and hurt, knew what was coming, was able to reverse it, counter it with that super kick. And my God, 35 minutes are gone in this match, Quackenbush, and these guys are still going at it like they're only 5 minutes in.
Look at Punk, he's still in fighting shape, and when you consider the amount of abuse that he has already absorbed, all you can think about is what kind of condition this guy has got to keep himself in, to still have anything left in his tanks after what he's been through tonight and last. All the way up there.
High cross body, getting
Tried the plancha suicida, but no luck. Hero's got him.
Oh!
Floor!
Spinning, swinging rock bottom on the floor. They may even have went through chairs, they steal. We couldn't see it from up here.
What happened was the chair got sideswiped by Punk's foot on the tornado, and he just basically took a big, hard fall straight on the concrete.
CM Punk's back has sustained so much abuse. That guy is gonna walk bent over until the day he dies.
I'm pretty confident that he just smacked his skull on the concrete just now.
They're going for more tables.
Oh, that one.
There's a table that's already broke from under the ring. Don't know what the hell happened with that.
Hero looking for a table that's usable. Now looking at the remains of what happened to Nadia Nice. Oh.
There he is. He's still favoring that hand.
How is CM Punk even moving at this point?
I don't know, but fans are getting moved. Wait a minute.
They are scattering the fans, and Charlie, IWA's resident historical landmark, has been moved to make room for whatever Chris Hero is dreaming up for Punk next. And you're right, it's tantamount to miraculous that Punk's even on his feet.
No, and Hero.
Punk has a chair.
Punk has a chair.
Punk has a chair. Hero cuts him off.
Punk did not have the wind to swing that chair. He couldn't muster it up.
And if you recall, Ace Steel, that table is set up. That table set up mighty close to where it was set up when Kickboxer and Hero came off of the balcony up here.
I'm so afraid to see what's going to happen now.
The chair shot took a lot out of CM Punk. The Atheist went, oh my God, after a chair shot.
Well, CM Punk, as much as I don't like him, I don't like to see anyone die. And unfortunately, we may be putting him in the ground tonight.
He is in a perilous position.
Chris Hero.
Laid out. And Hero is coming up, I think, to join us.
Hero's up in the balcony. Here comes CM Punk.
Here coming up here into the balcony. You're right. I don't know that Hero is aware that Punk's behind him.
I'm glad I've got you two up here. If they come too close, you guys protect me.
I don't think they're worried about us at this point. I think
at this point, I don't even know that they're worried about the belt. They are worried about finishing each other off.
Indeed, they're not worried about their own well-beings. They're worried about destroying.
They are precariously near the edge here, close to where that table is positioned.
Whoa! Hero is on the edge.
Taking a few stops.
Punk trying to knock him over the edge. Brent Blade standing.
There goes lunch.
Hero just splatted to the floor. That was a 10-foot drop, guys.
Need I see that? Where's Punk going now? Punk said piss on this.
I can't tell if Hero's moving. Punk's on his way down. Hero's to his feet. I don't know how in the hell is Chris Hero up after that fall.
I don't think he is.
He's out on his feet.
Conscious.
You could see there. I mean, look at the way his muscles are moving. Other than the fact that he's trying to favor his arm, I mean, he's in another zone altogether.
He's passed out on the table. CM Punk looking for more weapons. Another table.
Another table.
See this, I cannot believe this.
More so than the Punk cheering and oohing and awing right now. There's a look of concern.
Punk could have won this match. Punk could have won this match. All he had to do was set up the ladder, get his title belt. But he's not satisfied with just defeating Chris Hero tonight.
No, not at all.
You're right. A defeat isn't what they have in mind, and Ace, you hit it on the head. Gone from these fans is enthusiasm or awe. It is concern at this point for the permanent bodily damage these two are going to do to each other.
Two tables are stacked up on top of each other. The fans are just here in stunned silence. They cannot believe what they have witnessed.
Hard kick to the gut. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? What more can these two do to each other? I asked that. I know I'm going to get something's going to be delivered. That's for damn sure.
Yes, unfortunately, the answer is probably going to be something unbelievably perilous and sick.
Hero once again. He's calling. Climbs up to the balcony.
The bait has been put. It's dangled. The carrot is dangled in front of CM Punk's face. Punk doesn't care. He wants a fight. It's on.
Hero has got these people in the palm of his hands.
Amazing, these two are walking at this
But he's going to need to put the belt in the palm of his hands if he wants to win this one.
Hard blows, right hands. Right upside the temple.
They are trading him hard. A hard forearm shot across the back.
Oh, shit.
He's trying to hook him up here.
Oh, shit.
Scoops him up into a slam position.
No.
Punk's fighting it.
Blocks it.
Punk with a shot.
Holding
hard
front
to the belly.
Ducks Hero down.
What is he have in mind? Trying to pile drive?
Room.
There's no room for that move to work. Hero and Punk trying a number of moves here.
What the hell? Oh my God. Oh my God. No, he's not hooking for a Russian leg sweep. Quick.
Side Russian leg sweep.
Oh.
Down through two tables. It's incredible.
Oh my God. Double Russian leg sweep. 10 feet in the air, 2 tables, both men are out. Brent Blades, call for the bell, Brent Blades. For the love of God, call for the bell.
The things they celebrate here in IWA, the lack of rules, are working against the benefit or the best interests of their wrestlers, because this match will not end until that belt comes down.
No, sir. This may take 10, 15 minutes for them to pull themselves up.
I don't know how these guys can continue, but referee Brent Blades has got to be thinking about calling this matchup. How can these guys continue? How can we expect them to keep doing this shit to themselves? I know the title means everything to them, but at some point your life, your health, your well-being has to take precedence over a world title.
But that says something about heart, and it says something about fighting spirit, that both these guys are trying to drag themselves up off the cold floor of the House of Hardcore and keep going.
They want to give these people their money's worth, and by God, from the first lockup to the second wrist lock, it was done. These people ought to be paying back the IWA.
If the fans haven't gotten their $15, $12, and $10 worth yet, Ace Steel, there's nothing that can be done to give them their money's worth tonight. You know, these guys have a future. They've got next week to worry about at this point, if they're able to make it to there.
The future is undetermined at this point.
They better stop worrying about next week and worry about the next 60 seconds to 4 or 5 minutes, because they may not make it to next week at this rate.
Indeed, indeed.
These guys.
Both perched.
Hero, what in the hell is Hero doing?
I think we have a game of chicken coming.
Hero's hanging from the rafters, crawling for the belt.
It means is either one a chicken.
Punk hanging from the rafters.
What the hell are they thinking?
They're swinging from the rafters for this belt.
It's a chicken fight.
House of Hardcore down on top of itself.
They've gone through walls. Now they're trying to bring the ceiling down.
No. Oh!
Punk just crouched himself on the top rope. He's tied up in the ropes. My God. My God. Brent Blades, call for the bell.
He may have just tore up his knee right there.
Call for the bell.
That's certainly been a problem source for Punk in the past, that knee. And if that's what just happened with him tied up in the ropes, then this is a definite swing in Hero's favor, regardless of the fact that Punk landed Nads first on the top rope, while Hero managed to avoid it.
How was Punk, I shouldn't say how was Punk crawling. That's all he could do at this point is crawl.
Hell, Hero probably doesn't even realize he missed the ropes. He's still probably out of it from that Russian leg sweep off the balcony. My God. What is it going to take for either one of these men to succumb to the other?
I wish we had replay, because I would love to take a look at that again.
Cinches him in now. Looks like he's setting up for a powerbomb or pile driver.
Him up.
Is he trying to hook up the Niagara driver or a Yokosuka cutter there from the Canadian backbreaker? Good grief!
These guys are doing everything to each other, and it's unbelievable, guys.
Black, what was worse? The Russian leg sweep off the balcony through 2 tables? Or that spinning power bomb on the steps of the ladder that had to hit each and every vertebrae, every little bump in his back. I'm sure, I am very well sure that it is flat as a surface.
At this point, Ace Steel, I don't think either one of these guys can tell the difference between a punch and a power bomb from the top rope to the floor. It's all got to just be blending together. It's all got to be hurting the same at this point. And if we were to ask either one of these guys about this match tomorrow morning, neither one of them would be able to tell you a thing about it.
Not until they get the tape.
They are in a world of pain like few people, not only in this business, but anywhere in the history of planet Earth can ever understand. The way wrestlers give their bodies, put them on the line in these types of matches. The world of pain they are in is indescribable. I'm not even going to pretend to do it justice, but I can tell you this, Ace Steel, it's a place I don't want to be.
No, indeed, it's not a place I would like to be either.
10 years from now, Ace Steel, all 220 people in this building tonight,
they will still be talking about this.
They're going to be able to be talking about this, talking about the night. They saw 2 guys do shit that anyone thought would be unimaginable, that no one would ever be able to do and they did it to each other, all for what hangs above that ring right now, the IWA Mid-South Heavyweight title.
Arsenal moves that have been pulled out here tonight, phenomenal.
Punk now. We saw him earlier use the super Liger bomb through the table. If he plants him on the ladder with it, that's got to be it. I can't even imagine CM Punk is even going to try to stand up again.
No, it spells the end for Punk right here if this happens. If this happens, this has to be the end of CM Punk. This has to be the end of him at least for a few weeks, at least for 1 week. Definitely for tonight.
Looked like he was trying to hook up the Super Tiger Driver, a move I know very well.
Yes.
One of my favorite finishing maneuvers, but it looks like his plans have changed.
Uh-oh. He's hooking him for the trash compactor. On the low! That had to knock Chris Hero unconscious.
Good grief. What?
He's the walking dead right now.
Ugly landing is the best way to describe that.
Indeed ugly.
Body's being punished by that fall from the buckles.
Guys, the ring announcers just informed me the microphone's not working, but these guys have been going at it for 50 damn minutes. 45 minutes last night, 50 minutes tonight. They're running out of time in this match. They ran out of time last night. CM Punk, with everything that's happened tonight, happened last night. He's put in 95 minutes the last 2 days.
This guy is earning his paycheck. There is no two ways about that. As he face mugs the referee for his trouble.
Shit, he earned mine too.
What in the hell is Brett Blades doing?
Uh-oh. He's setting him up. He's going to give him the Punk handle.
Good grief, you absolutely
going to call this?
pump handled him into the square driver.
Get Ian out here so we can see the finish if this happens right now, because we have to have a winner. Get one of the other officials out here.
As this match moves closer to the hour time limit, and there you see like the British Fall transition. Spun him around right there, crashing down on top of the ladder.
Unfortunately, I think that the blunt of that may have been taken by Chris Hero.
You might be right there. At this point, I mean, they've got to have trouble just getting their eyes to focus, much less trying to line up these type of specific and exact precision moves.
Indeed. You see the arm of Chris Hero. It's nearly useless. You see that arm. It is hanging to his side.
Hero ascends
using it as a hook, essentially.
And the ref is still out from
ascending up top to the rafters. Chris Hero has the belt. He dropped it. Oh!
Hero had it in his hands.
CM Punk is your winner.
But the referee comes too, and it's in Punk's hands.
CM Punk is your winner. How in the hell did he pull that out? A stroke of luck? Certainly not a stroke of genius. It was pure.
Hero had the belt in his hands. CM Punk dumped the ladder over. What in the hell? What in the hell is going on? What in the hell is going on, guys?
You know what? We've got to cheer this guy on.
We got to get down there.
Like my back, the microphone is broken. You gotta quiet down 1 second. Each and every single one of you, including everybody standing on this apron or in this ring, or anybody who ever crossed that threshold of that door and gave their blood, their sweat, their tears, put their life on the line. We put each other's life in our hands each and every single time we are in this ring. And whether you like me or you hate me or you love me, we do it for each and every day. This means more to me than any of you can ever know. It's not just a belt. It resembles somebody who took the time, who gave me a chance, and let each and every single one of these guys carry my ass to where I am today. And James Demean for even giving a damn about me and training me. My best friend Colt Cabana. All these hardcore motherfuckers, East Coast Club, fucking Mike Breckenbush and the Black T-shirt Squad, absolutely rotten, motherfucking heroes.
You know, I say every time I come out here, I have the best crew. I say that because these guys have a love, not for money, they have a love for the business that we all have a love for. I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, I believe all 220 of you, the 20 of us in the back, just witnessed the greatest match in wrestling history. No Dynamite Kid, no Ricky Steamboat. They both think they can do better. March 1st in Indianapolis, you proved to the world, CM Punk, that you are the best because you are the IWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Nate. Thank you.